Okay, welcome back, class. This video should be a pretty short and easy one. Today we're going to discuss metric prefixes, or the metric prefix system. This is a system that is used to measure and express the size or value of measurements in different units. It is an important concept in science, particularly in chemistry and physics. My objective for you on this video is that you understand how the metric prefix system works and you're able to use it in various scientific calculations or unit conversions. So let's start off. What is the metric prefix system? The metric prefix system is a system of prefixes used to modify the base unit of measurement. The base unit is the fundamental SI unit of a physical quantity. For example, the base unit for length is meters. The base unit for mass is grams. The base unit for time is seconds. The prefixes are used to indicate the multiples or fractions of the base units, making it easier to express very large or very small measurements. Here are the most commonly used metric prefixes. Kilo, and it's abbreviated with a lowercase k, equals 1,000 base units. Or if we want to put that in scientific notation, 1.0 times 10 to the third base units. So a kilogram is 1,000 grams. Hecto is abbreviated with a lowercase h, and this is the next largest prefix, meaning 100 base units. If we want to put this in scientific notation, it would be 10 raised to the second power, or 1.0 times 10 to the second power of base units. So 1 hectogram is 100 grams. Our third metric prefix that we frequently use is deca, and it is abbreviated with a uppercase D, and that is usually equivalent to 10 base units. So a decameter is 10 meters. Now let's move to prefixes that are smaller than our base unit. So those were larger, these now are smaller than our base unit. A deci, or a lowercase d, is the first one, and it means 1/10 of a base unit, or 0.1 base units. If we put this in scientific notation, this would be 1.0 times 10 to the negative first power of base units. So, a decimeter is smaller than a meter. It takes 10 decimeters to equal 1 meter, or 1/10 of a meter equals 1 decimeter. We can continue and get smaller with the prefix centi, or lowercase c. Centi means 100th or 0.01 base units. It can be put in scientific notation by saying 1 times 10 to the negative second power of base units, and just to reiterate, there is 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Now we go down to milli with a lowercase m. This is our next smallest one, and it represents 0.001 base units. This is also equivalent to 1/1000th of a base unit, or 1 times 10 to the negative third power. In other words, it takes 1,000 milligrams to equal 1 gram, which is our base unit. We continue getting smaller with the prefix micro. This Greek symbol is shown, and it represents 0.0000001 base units, or 1/1,000,000th of a base unit. This is, other words in scientific notation, 1.0 times 10 raised to the negative sixth power of base units. So 1 microgram is 1/1,000,000th of a gram, or there is 1,000,000 micrograms in 1 gram. Our final prefix for today is nano. Nano is represented with a lowercase n, and that is 0.000000001 base units, or 1/1000,000th of a base unit, or if we're doing scientific notation, 1 times 10 to the negative ninth power of base units. Okay, now that we know our prefixes, how do we use them? To use our metric prefix systems, we simply need to attach the appropriate prefix to our base unit. Let's talk about length, for example. The base unit for length is meters. So if we want to express a length of 1,000 meters, we can just use the prefix kilo like we did earlier, which means 1,000, and then add our base unit. So 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer, or km. Let's look at another example of prefixes. Suppose we have 0.001 grams. The prefix milli means 1,000ths, therefore 0.001 grams can be written as 1 milligram, lowercase mg. Let's continue with some unit conversion examples. Convert 500 centimeters to meters. We know 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Therefore, in order to convert 500 centimeters to meters, we need to divide it by 100. So, 500 centimeters divided by 100 is 5 meters. So, 500 centimeters equals 5 meters. Here's another example. Let's convert 2.5 kilometers to meters. We know that 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Therefore, in order to convert 2.5 kilometers to meters, we need to just multiply by 1,000. So 2.5 kilometers times 1,000 equals 2,500 meters. So 2.5 kilometers equals 2,500 meters. Okay, one last one. Let's convert 25 milligrams to grams. We know that 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. Therefore, to convert 25 milligrams to grams, we need to divide by 1,000. So 25 milligrams divided by 1,000 is 0.025 grams. So 25 milligrams is equal to 0.025 grams. Okay, so that's enough for this video. To summarize things up, the metric prefix system is a system of prefixes that are used to modify base units of measurements. It is an important concept in science because it can express very large or small measurements easily. By using the appropriate prefix, we can easily convert from one unit to another. We will start using these metric prefixes for the rest of the school year, and so it's imperative that you get this on lockdown. If you have any questions, you can ask me personally if you're one of my students, or just put them in the comments if you are someone who found this video. If you like this video, do not forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Outside that, keep up all the good work in the classroom, and see you next time.